On today's episode of Undercover Boss, the very self-confident CEO of Armando Montelongo Companies, one of the leaders in real estate investment education in America, goes undercover. In order to remain undercover, this real estate kingpin will have to pull every trick in his book.
When I went into the job, I thought I'm gonna be like the electrician of the day. But then it's hot and it's frustrating.
Oh, getting frustrated.
But what will happen when this house-flipping hotshot finds his company isn't passing the inspection?
Yeah, that damn system's still down, huh?
Yes.
We're losing money. I can't wait anymore.
Stay with us to find out. Operating out of San Antonio, Texas, real estate mogul Armando Montelongo is the single largest house flipper in America, flipping 400 homes each year and leading educational seminars across the country. The Armando Montelongo companies rack in $75 million a year, and building this empire from the ground up is the man himself, Armando Montelongo. Armando's business model is to teach people how to flip a house and sell it for profit, and they get their students first through infomercials, and they invite them to a free live event, and after that, if they are still interested, they pay thousands of dollars to take a 3-day course where Armando teaches his secret himself. In 2009, where the real estate market was failing, Armando got right into it and invested all he has to buy rundown homes and fixing it and eventually flipping it for good profit.
In 2009, people were running out of real estate. It's like the people running out of a house that's on fire. But I'm like a fireman. And I ran into the fire to the worst market where everyone said you couldn't do it. And I started flipping houses.
He started by flipping 1 or 2 houses a month to now flipping 25 or more. He then came up with the idea to teach people what he knows and started the Armando Montelongo company, but it has not been a smooth sailing. News companies have started to call his school a get-rich-quick scheme, and his company has been given the rating F.
I say the press because the only people who can judge me are my students. I need to know what markets that we're going to be going into for the teams next week.
Okay.
This hasn't stopped Armando as he keeps growing and students keep coming to his seminars, and his events are attended by thousands and he sees himself as a rock star.
Here we go.
When I come on stage, it's a grand entrance.
The reason Armando wants to go undercover is because his company has grown from 0 to $75 million in 3 years, and he's planning to grow international by next year, so he wants to see how his company runs deep from inside, and fix any problems that could arise before going international. He'll be going undercover as Kevin Jones, a middle-aged man from California who's a contestant on a reality show competing to win money to start his own business. For his first job, he travels to Orlando, Florida to work as an electrician in one of the houses that he's flipping. He meets up with Angel, who teaches him how to remove old sockets and install new ones. Armando follows his instruction and starts well, but gets tired pretty quickly and starts sweating hard. But Angel was not going easy on him and makes him do all the jobs, criticizing him along the way.
Really throw a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old. That's gonna solve the problem for you? Because guess what? You're just creating a bigger problem for me. Now I've got to replace that box. Now that's costing me more time.
Armando then accidentally breaks a light bulb and he's forced to take a break. The next day he travels to Riverside, California to go undercover as a student in one of his own seminars. But it would be impossible to both teach and be a student, so he's hired a body double that will act like him and teach like him as well. Armando teaches him his mannerisms and how to act like him, and the body double follows it properly.
Bam, just like this, all right? Here we go.
Oh, and I need the chain. What about the,
Yeah, so just everything's like this, round circles. Perfect.
Armando then joins the class as a student and starts learning from the instructors. And his body double moves around on stage so people won't recognize the real Armando. On their break, he meets up with some of the other students and has a conversation with them, and he sees that a lot of the people are taking the course because they need money to support their families.
I want her to stop working. That's the main thing.
She's your mom?
Yeah.
You want to retire her?
Yeah.
You think you can really teach you how to do that?
I put my money in it. I certainly hope so.
From talking to students, I realize how high the stakes are for us as a company to help them make their lives better.
From one student named Shannon, he learns that she spent $46,000 to be able to take his course. And she tells him that she's got nothing left if this doesn't work out, and this puts a lot of pressure on him as people are believing in his course, and although he believes he gives the best education in real estate, there are still ways to improve. The next day he gets ready to work as an event room director in the same site, and he meets up with the room director Sarah, who thinks that he should really get a haircut.
Kevin is that he really needs a haircut. He looks disheveled, a little dirty, like I wouldn't really necessarily want to run my hands through his hair.
They then go outside and meet new registered students. They greet a few people, and Sarah notices Armando acting very awkward and tells him to be more natural. Then after the first few classes, they go to the students and offer them training packages. They offer them a $1,500 package, which they need to take right then or the package will double the next time. Sarah and Armando convince multiple students to join the program, even though some of them wanted to take some time to think about it. And the next day, he travels to San Antonio, Texas to work in the call center, and there he meets with team leader Amanda. Amanda gives him a list of registered callers and teaches him how to convince them to come to the seminars. He takes the first few calls, but the way he talks was very awkward and robotic, so Amanda tells him to be more relaxed. But before he can call the next person, their computer program stops working, and she tells him that this happens every day and that it really slows down their progress.
Sometimes with so many systems being going in here with the same program, it tends to just hiccup sometimes.
This really angers him as nobody has reported this case to him, and he gets up and reveals his true identity to everybody in the call center.
I'm doing an episode of Undercover Boss. The reason why I'm doing this is to get to know my business better, what we do right and what we do wrong. And in this call center, we have a major problem.
He then asks to talk to Amanda in private, and she tells him that they don't get support from the IT department. She also goes on to tell him that the call center doesn't get his attention, which really hurts the employees as they don't get any bonuses if they don't hit a certain quota. Armando's undercover time has now come to an end, and he invites his employees to his home to reveal his true identity. First in was Sarah, and he tells her that he was impressed by her people skills and gives her a promotion to be a director of the seminar and gives her $12,000 and offers to pay for her vacation for her in Greece. Next in was Angel, and he reminds him of how hard he made him work and thanks him for doing so, and he then gives him a contract worth $500,000 to expand his electrical contract work and offers to pay for a vacation for him and his family. Next in was Shannon, and he tells her that he'll be paying her expenses and offers to pay for her first flip house up to $75,000. He also tells her that he'll be giving her $25,000 to repair the home, which comes to $100,000, which she will be the only one that will take the profit from. Last in was Amanda, and he tells her that the problems in the call center were not her fault or any of the employees, and he promises to fix the situation, and he also gives her a 20% raise and offers to pay off her debt, and on top of that, he gives her $20,000. In the weeks since, Sarah was promoted to director of seminars and is now saving up for a new home. Angel has more businesses than ever, but still has found time to go on the vacation with his father. Shannon has immersed herself in house flipping and is eagerly hunting for her first project. And lastly, being promoted and living debt-free, Amanda now has the freedom to plan her dream vacation. And that is how this episode of Undercover Boss comes to an end.